Underdog City, somewhere in the outskirts. In a huge tent that's set up in the middle of nowhere. Luxurious carriages started to gather. Today's the day where the slave auction begins. Of course, this unlawful event was not reported to the Baskerville family. The products were kidnapped barbarians, nobles, and commoners. Welcome. I sincerely welcome you to the circus. Oh, the Mont Blanc clan came too? This neat signature is an exclusive trait from the Mont Blanc clan. Looking at the reason for visit written on the identification paper, it seems like you're here as a seller? Why yes, I've come to sell. Since the Mont Blanc clan are precious customers who always purchase large number of slaves, I asked because I was worried that you didn't like the slaves you purchased the last time. No, it's not that. I'm satisfied with the quality of the slaves sold here. Black hair and red eyes. You brought a rare product. I'll take responsibility and sell it at a good price. I'll leave it to you. Then I hope you enjoy your time here at the circus. Sir Chihuahua Mont Blanc. I heard that a mysterious-looking slave exhibition is trending in the empire. I don't care much for trends. A slave just needs to be pretty and good-looking. Nah. I'm attracted to the slaves' tragic backstories. I like fallen nobles or nobles who were kidnapped. Well, anyways, I hope there will be many good products today. Now then, this item was secretly embezzled by the Baskerville family's knights. An A-ranked monster that is said to have 19 hearts. The Merciel. Hellwater Ox Merciel risk rating. A size, 3M site of discovery. Second ridge of the Loup Rouge de Loup Noir mountain, a cow species. Found in the depths of hell and is said to inhabit another world. It's known to possess 19 hearts and will keep attacking until all of them stop. Leather, meat, bones, and intestines. Nothing goes to waste. Alright, the price will start at 100 million gold. 100 million gold. 140 million gold. 200 million gold. 250 million gold. We've hit 250 million gold. Is there anyone else? Then, this has been sold for 250 million gold. 20 million gold. 100 million 1000 gold. 42 26 60 million gold. Now, let's move on to the next product. Icha? We're selling this too? I'll try to sell this, but don't blame me later. Everyone. A special product has just arrived. A rare item that was picked up by the slave businessmen in a place deep within the jungle. From a warrior tribe in the Loup Rouge et Loup Noir Mountains jungles. The barbarian of Balak. You get a different feeling when you tame a wild slave, right? This will be a chance for you to put your slave training techniques to the test. Why did they put something like that up for sale? Alright, prices will start at 5 million. Is there no one? Then I will lower the initial bidding price. 3 million. What? Then I'll turn a blind eye and give it to you for 1 million. It's fine, this won't sell. I told you. Just bring in the guaranteed products. Get rid of it. Next time, we should use a decoy. Or something. One. Cough. Nana. Everyone. A minor incident had just taken place. As an apology, I'll bring out today's best product. Oh my. A rare item with black hair and red eyes. A purebred boy who only needs minimal restraints. Since the product's quality is so high, I'll be looking forward to a great auction. 600 million. Haha, the bidding price hasn't even been announced yet. But we already have a 600 million bid. 800 million. What? You're a male. What does being a male and a bid of 800 million have to do with anything? Why does a male want to take that boy? None of your business. I want to use him as a gladiator. 900 million. 6 billion. 6 billion? We have a 6 billion bid. Is one there anyone else? That guy is Baron Gambino from the Granary. 199 6 billion at one go. He has deep pockets. He recently took over the underground funds, and his influence increased all of a sudden. So his wealth is quite astonishing. Baron, aren't you spending too much? I could sell a good-looking slave like that for hire in the capital. I'll still profit even if I purchase it first and sell it later. Even if you can resell it, I think 6 billion is a little too much. And wouldn't you only make profit when that slave's body is left unscathed? Be quiet. Cindy Wendy. I took you in because you had nowhere to go. How dare you try to arrogantly bite the hand that feeds you? If there's no one else, customer 99 will be the winning bidder. Oh, he looks even better now that I'm looking at him up close. You're mine now. I'm not a bad person, so don't be nervous. I've thought of many ways to play with you. I'm already looking forward to it. Huh? You want me to undo your handcuffs? No, there's no need. Play, huh? That's good. Blah. What about this for play? The topic is spear and shield. I'll be the spear, and if you, the shield, can endure this, you win. Cindy. As security. I'll die. He fainted, huh? Baron Gambino? I guess it's my win then. For your Vakir van Baskerville. Wait, is he dead? If Vakir's here, then who's the underdog city's new deputy consul? What is a Baskerville hound here? The deputy consul has really turned this into something big. Circus, huh? It's a very suitable name for this place. Everyone here don't think you can return in one piece. Who cares if he's the deputy consul or not? He doesn't even have any weapons. Just kill him. A red and horrific aura. No way. Graduator. Even if he's a Baskerville. How can he be a graduator at that age? Graduators are the ultimate weapons that represent a nation's strength. At this rate, we don't have a chance at winning. Who would have thought the deputy consul's swordsmanship skills were irregular? Huh? Nana. Look over here, deputy consul. Your weapon right now and surrender. If you don't, your comrade will lose his life. Hurry up. Do you not hear what I'm saying? Deputy consul. I am all right. Please look after yourself. You crazy bastard, what are you doing? Stop tensing. Things like injustice and compromise do not exist for me. I would rather die than be a burden to my superior. Your words don't match the desperate look on your face. Secretary General Chihuahua, your loyalty is great. Don't worry. When I left the Baskerville estate, I received a trump card from the patriarch. Is that a flute? What are you going to do with that? That whistle. Nothing. Happened? What? Is that loud whistle just for scare? As expected, even a graduator can't do anything here. Huh? Who's? What? Who's that? Don't tell me. They're not right? Probably not. Please, just please. The teeth symbol on their chests. I've heard about it before. The Empire's most brutal knight order, known as the Annihilation Experts. All 100 knights from it are graduators. It's the Baskerville clan's Pitbull Knight Order. No. I can't die in a place like this. Leave this one. Rip the rest to shreds and kill them. Don't kill those who are lying down obediently. However, if they move even a little, kill them relentlessly. I hear and obey. Hugo was very sensitive about military power. I trust that you don't do anything irresponsible, my son. It's a relief that I was able to take the pit bulls without any trouble. Save me. Let's just get on the floor. When things quieten down, I'll run away. Hey, I'll obediently wear the cuffs. We don't carry things like cuffs around. Pardon? Then, and my legs. Those who'll be executed don't need their legs anyways. Nephew, how does it feel to use Pitbull Knights? Are you satisfied? I'm satisfied, Uncle Boston Terrier. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. Commander of the Pitbull Knights, Boston Terrier Le Baskerville. So he's Vakir. I get why Brother Hugo is so interested in him. He's already fierce and cruel at the age of 15. Come to the Pitbull Knights later. I'll make sure to raise you properly. I'll think about it. I have an urgent matter to attend, so I'll get going. On top of that, he has the nerve to ignore me. It makes me want him even more. He's burdensome. I'm sure it was around here. Is that the safe where they keep the money the nobles are paid with? All of it will be given to the city hall, so taxation will be done properly. I feel bad because the Baskerville clan has provided funding. But that's not what's important right now. I came to the storeroom for another reason. Why are you so surprised? Before I regressed, I fought against the barbarians countless times, so I came to know the basics of their language. 1 asterisk Inden. Run away. I'm not that fluent though. Well, I guess she's thanking me. Now let's look for the thing I came for. Here it is. Merciel's corpse. Thankfully it's still intact. It's been a while since you feasted on an A-rank monster, Beelzebub. I'll let you eat it soon, so calm down. The Pitbull order is arriving here soon, so try to finish it quickly. The talk of the new deputy consul destroying the criminal organization spread in an instant. As soon as the sun rose, rumors started to spread that the nobles and other participants of the illegal slave auction were taken to the underdog city prison with their limbs torn off. And that day, the large demon's den of the underdog city, the entire club building of burning suspension burnt down and disappeared, and the heads of the club's VIPs were put on display, which in turn created more awareness towards criminal acts. The 7 original clans who lost their children sent in their written protests to the administrative office. However, the reply was firm. Death penalty is the only end to criminals who were involved in the imperial family's most forbidden act of illegal slave trading. Bank drafts, ledger books, information about their cash transactions that the 7 criminals were recorded on were all taken into custody. Check 2223. The Baskerville clan is officially in the middle of investigating this incident, and this will also be reported to the imperial family. After that, written protests from the 7 families stopped, and in the end, the patriarchs of each of the 7 families personally came to the administrative office. It was an unprecedented situation where they had to beg their enemy that had killed their sons. However, Vikir's reply was simple. We have already investigated all the black ledgers that were inside burning suspension. In accordance with the Baskerville self-governing dominion, the 7 families' assets will be confiscated, and on the charge of treason, 3 generations will be destroyed. Due to the new deputy consul being appointed, the floors of the execution ground were filled with dirty blood of the city's corrupt vermin. As a result of this, public officials and related subcontractors needed manpower, which led to a decrease of unemployment rates in the underdog city. Due to the collapse of the illegal underground auction, there was a surge in tax revenue, and the welfare of the underdog city was restored. Vikir's stock price increased daily because of the citizens of the underdog city. Deputy Consul, I brought coffee. If you're the office manager, make sure you're diligent with your work. There's no need to bring me coffee. This is my way of thanking you. Didn't you save me from being stabbed by that clown? Aren't you being stingy giving me coffee in exchange for your life? What do you mean? I put 2 spoons of sugar, creamer and a little bit of water. Oh, and how's your transcribing training going? Can you take a look at it for me? It hasn't been long since you've learned how to write, but you're already this good. I'm still far from catching up to you, manager. He's an amazing person. He was able to create new laws from the words he learnt. On top of that, it's incredible that he's able to comprehend knowledge of law. If the deputy consul stays here, maybe Underdog City will be able to develop even more. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to visit you sooner. I've been very busy with things recently. Your name was Cindy Wendy Sinrose, right? Why did you let me live? Obviously because I have some questions to ask you. Questions. Is that the reason why you kept me alive? The reason why Baron Gambino, who was just an ordinary homosexual, was able to increase his power so quickly was you, right? After investigating, your ability to earn money is quite good. Had you been able to grow that talent in a place other than an underworld family, you would have been able to become a great merchant or banker. I'll make you a promise. If you answer my questions, I'll let you free. However, if you don't, you'll regret your actions as soon as today. If it's something I can answer, I will. Okay, what's your impression? Do you think I'm enforcing the law well? I think that a reputable magistrate has honored this city with his presence. If you don't reply seriously, I won't be able to uphold my promise. TSK, I think you're doing well. And the reason? Flinch. I'll hear you out about how I'm doing this wrong. For example, in the disciplines of kingship, the virtues seen as the most important for a consul were good deeds. By using brutal laws to capture trash criminals, you raise the people's respect for you, but in the future, these laws would hurt and kill many citizens, so in the long term, it would make people harbor resentment and anger. On top of that, the Baskervilles won't like that you now hold more power over Underdog City than the clan head. So resentment from the citizens in the long term, and a threat to the Baskervilles. Then what do you think I should do going forward? You must hand over all your authority to Baskerville, and attribute the honor you received here to the clan head, and then go to a place fitting for your age, such as the wilderness of Mtilu Rouge-Tilu Noir, or the academy at the center of the empire, and not stand out in front of others while polishing your skills. Around that time, the clan head of Baskerville will receive the criticism meant for you. Clang what you're saying. is just like telling a hunting dog to rip off its own master's neck. As that hunting dog, this is the only way for you to evade that anger. I like it. That was good advice. It aligns mostly with what I think. As promised, I'll free you. Are you really letting me go? I always keep my promises. Then I hope the day I'll regret today will never come. Do you know of the Mesamadrano clan? The 7 clans of Underdog City weren't all of their native clans. Among those that settled here, there was a mercantile clan. They were the 8th clan, the Mesamadrano clan. However, this clan faced a very unfortunate incident. The time was when the youngest son of the clan head of Mesamadrano, during his birthday banquet, was showing off the swordsmanship skills he learned. As the demonstration began, the members of Baskerville in the audience couldn't hide their disbelief. This was because the swordsmanship skill the young child showed was the Baskerville swordsmanship skill kept secret to everyone outside the clan, and that news soon reached the main house of the Baskerville clan. The conclusion was that a top military secret had been leaked, and Baskerville unleashed their hunting dogs. And on that day, the Mesamadrano clan became extinct. However, the ones who instigated this incident were somewhere else. The young demons of the 7 clans had stolen the swordsmanship manual from the Baskerville clan, and they were the ones who taught the child from Mesamadrano. The story of the 8th clan? ReapersCans.com. What does that have to do with me? However, there was one survivor of the Mesamadrano clan, because the 1-year-old girl had been stolen away by the 7 ruffians. Due to that child's excellent appearance, they had to undergo all sorts of brutal and shameful torture. It's difficult to even say what they are out loud. I won't hear more of this. But this story has a sequel. After a long time passed, the city received a new vice-consul. That vice-consul dragged out all the old evils of the city and punished them. The trigger of this incident was the 7 ruffians. The new vice-consul tortured the 7 ruffians harshly, and even while they were dying, he forced them to confess to all their sins. And then he heard their last words. Sorry for committing sins deserving of death. Sorry. Who the hell are they trying to apologize for? Who else? But the one wearing the false name of Cindawendi-san Rose, the sole survivor of the Mesamadrano clan. How can I trust your words? How can I trust that you captured and tortured them, and made them apologize to me? How? You can check with your own 2 eyes. Look here. We were the ones who destroyed the Mesamadrano clan. Please forgive Lise. I'm sorry. Wep. Uwek. But just because they suffered as they died, the revenge of the Mesamadrano clan hasn't yet ended. There is still one clan left. Resent the Baskerville clan, Cindawendi-san Mesamadrano. You have the right. You're a Baskerville, why are you helping me? That's a foolish question. I understand what you mean. Beheer van Baskerville. I will repay you for this debt. No matter what you do in this life, I will never let you lack money. Those words, I'll remember them. Sleepy vice-consul, the sun has already risen. You should start getting ready. Huake. Good morning, manager. What are these corpses? I don't remember. Looks like I killed them in my sleep. Oh really? There's no way. Just a joke. What kind of childhood did you have in the main house? Was that joke not funny? No, this isn't a problem with the joke. There's a ton of flies buzzing around me these days. 2 attempts with poisonous arrows. 4 attempts with poison drinks. Splashed with sulfuric acid, snipers, arson, hit by a carriage, and so on. I've endured a lot of things. Doesn't this mean I am getting a lot of attention? You are quite shameless. Really. The skill I obtained from that A-rank danger rating Hell Buffalo from the illegal auction. The Tenacious Life skill -1 slot. Incinerate Cerberus a +2 slot. Tenacious Life Hell Buffalo a -3 slot. Hemorrhage Hellhound B+. It's pretty effective. With my skin strengthened by both Tenacious Life and the Styx River, not even assassins at the graduate level can hurt me, even with an ambush. But it's still bothering me, so I should uncover the one behind this and kill it at the core. That's a great idea. That mark on the flag, Baskerville? Someone from the main house is here. Teach this person is. It's been a while, young master. You're looking better than ever, butler, haha, do I? From the moment you left the main house, I knew you would do well, young master. I just got lucky in some aspects. That man. Inside the brutal Baskerville clan, where one mistake could end with your head flying, The man serving as the head butler with perfect conduct for the 4th generation in a row. The greatest butler of the Barrymore clan. Head butler John Barrymore. To meet the idol of all retainers who serve the Baskerville clan. That's that. If you're here, that means... Yes, you are correct. The clan head praised your accomplishments and asked me to call you back to the main house. He was very joyful as he gave that command. Joyful? That Hugo? People loved by citizens of Underdog City first place. Beecher. Other than that, Vice Consul Beecher was nominated for. People trusted by merchants, ranked first people beloved by farmers, ranked first people respected by children, ranked first people supported by intellectuals, ranked first greatest assassination target by murderers, ranked first. With this opportunity, you were able to refute the image of Baskerville clan can only use their swords, not their brains. You've done excellently, my son. I've only done what I needed to do, clan head. That's his joyful expression? Good. Rewards and punishments must both be given out when needed. You'll be the one to enroll into the academy this year, the reward I expected. The greatest academy in which the elites of the empire gather. Colosio. Since children of high status like those of nobles and royalty enroll here, it is run as a boarding school for internal securities. Sake. And with this, I now have time to grow while evading Hugo's eyes. I'm thinking of sending a few with you, but I haven't decided who those few will be yet. Do you have any close brothers you want to go with? The high bro, middle bro, and low bro triplets are the closest to me. I'll just take them and use them as sandbags. Then I will let those 3 go with you. And do you remember the plan you created when you were 8 years old? At the joint training with the Morgue? I remember the plan was to lease the ruby mine to Morgue, and use them to eliminate the barbarians. That plan worked. By worked you mean, the Morgues gave an offer for a joint subjugation, with a submissive attitude at that. So I was thinking, how about you tour the territory before going to the academy? You'll need to check if the laws you made are holding up well. It'll be a good experience for you. I will follow your commands. Vice Consul, please have a safe trip. I will manage things here until you return. I guess I won't be seeing Chihuahua anymore either. You may come out now. Seems I made you wait. I didn't want to leave in a disorderly fashion. No problem at all, young master. I will now guide you to the Morgue's fort. Pitbull Night Order Staffordshire Baskerville. Is Uncle Boston Terrier well? The count is the same as always. Except that after the slave market incident, he's been going on about needing to bring you into the Pitbull Night Order. As I thought, that man makes me uncomfortable. So from this point on is the territory leased to Morgue. Doesn't seem like there's anything illegal going on. We're currently moving in name as a group here to observe the territory. I know. We're here as the advanced scout party for the barbarian subjugation. From what I heard, the Morgue clan has summoned 2 representatives, 30 administrators, and even about 100 unranked magicians as well. Seems the Morgue clan is betting their life and death on this. Compared to that, the Baskerville clan only has 1 congressman in me, and a few dozen foot soldiers. The troops aren't here but are lying in ambush on the other side of the mountain. Well, as Hugo said, if I can just leisurely scout out the barbarians' habitation, it'd be better. This was done by a magician. Seems this is the message the Morgue is sending to the barbarians. Quite the brutal warning. Seeing these skewers reminds me of someone. She's probably grown a lot at this point. Who goes there? You can't get past this fortress without our permission. Our permission? Our permission? Those girls. I know them. Morgue's 3 flowers. High cis, middle cis, low cis triplets. Each of them are insane, so when they're together, their madness can pierce the sky, or so they say. We're the delegation from Baskerville. We're here to observe the territory and to deepen friendly relations. Open the gates to the fortress. You can't right now. We sent a report to the person in charge. So wait here. We'll probably get an order tomorrow. The owner of the land wishes to enter. So what reason do you have to stop us? Oh my, are you ignoring us because we're only the tenant? Don't you know the tenant protection law? It's your clan's law. If it's that law, I've already revised it. So the true owner can kick the tenant out. These will be my last words to you. Open the gate. Kook. I heard some young brat got appointed to Underdog City. But we've already dealt with young brats a lot. Just wait when we tell you to wait. How dare you stupid sword wielders threaten us? You can't enter Morg's land as you please. Should we check how great a rising star of the Baskerville clan is? Compared to us? Seems words won't work. Yeah, you bitches dare speak nonsense in front of us. In front of us. In front of us. These voices. No way. What dog soldier dares to insult us? Then are you saying you're better than us? You don't even know how to use fractions. Not us. Us. This guy's the face of our Baskerville clan. X3. Leave X3 this X3 to us. X3. I'm getting squarely pissed off. What the hell? Why are they doing this? We'll pay you back for recommending us for the academy. Leave this to us, be sure. So it was because of the academy. I'm only taking you guys as sandbags. In the future, these triplets will grow up to be murder machines. Even though they're stupid and can't move or decide for themselves, they can perfectly complete a mission given to them. They'll have their uses if I take care of them. I'll trust you, brothers. Idiots who only know how to move as three. Idiots. Idiots. You're the idiots. 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 Insolent dogs. We'll have to educate you. Before I returned, the Morg triplets were known as magicians, who could use the water, earth, and grass attributes. With the combination of 3 synergistic attributes, their individual spells are amplified tenfold. That's why they received the nickname of Morg's 3 flowers, huh? How's this, you 3 stupid mutts of Baskerville? Do you think you can break through this? It's not even meat. What are you trying to do with sticks? Oh no, a clean first fong. Kook. Hi bro. There's no way you're trash. Sword could even touch us. Isn't this entertaining? What? Magic and swords, the question of which is stronger, is as old as time. Magic uses mana to control elemental power, while swordsmanship improves the self's mana and life force to increase its explosiveness. Isn't it wonderful that we can witness the talents and potentials of the young saplings that will lead the clans of sword and magic in the future? If you say it like that, I'm also a sapling. You're already far above playing around at their level, young master. So boring, I wish they would just all die. This is a waste of time. Let's move past them. We already have a million things we need to discuss with the fortresses. What? What are you doing in front of my area? Got you. Huh. They all died. TSK. WH what? Where did that fire magic? What do you think you're doing? We almost all got burnt to death. I really thought I was going to die. I would have if I dodged just a little slower. Well, sister, I'm scared. What is going on here? I won't forgive anyone for messing around in my territory. See, Camu, your sisters were just trying to stop the intruders. Those things mess with us first. Camu? Did you just call me that, sisters? Keek? No way. Vice Fortress Captain. Be careful if you don't want to become like them. Kayak. I apologize. Huh. It's been a while. Beecher Van Baskerville. Has it been 7 years since then? It has been a while, Camu Morg. Her baby fat disappeared. It's starting to show. So this is the beauty of Camu Morg that captured the hearts of all the men in high society. The men were all within her grasp and involved in many scandals. But why haven't there been rumors like that in this life? Well, it doesn't really matter. Open the gates. Those triplets weren't listening to me. WH what? We haven't seen each other in a long time and that's all you have to say? Then what else needs to be said? What? Continuing from the battle between the triplets, now it's the battle between the rising stars of the 2 clans? O points. What kind of attitude is that to your future wife? You're O points out of 100. I'd wife? The Baskerville family's hound, Vikir Van Baskerville. According to the words of the hound that was loyal to his family and father, he was falsely charged and framed for associating with the demon clan, and was sentenced to the guillotine. At the guillotine he decided, if he were to live again, after he caught the rabbit, his prey, he would not live as a hound again. Huh. Where is this? My body is heavy and my surroundings are loud. No way. Is this hell? The grand estate of the Baskerville family. These insignificant brats. Baskerville family patriarch Hugo Lou Baskerville. There aren't any special children here. I think there is only trash gathered here this time. The trash. Here is quieter. Move the children to the cradle of swords. Yes, patriarch. The main culprit of my framing and execution. Hugo Lou Baskerville. This is Hugo's younger appearance. I'm certain now. I, Vikier van Baskerville, regress to when I was a baby. I lived my past life as a hound. Born from an illegitimate family, I received training in a poor environment. A hound must be devoted to his mission. Assassination, intelligence, ambush, threatening, etc. A hound needs to take care of all kinds of dirty work. Everything was done in order to make the Baskerville family the best of the 7 families. The reason I stayed loyal was simple. I wanted to be acknowledged by the family and Hugo. 10 years after the gate to the demonic realm opened, the fight against the demons ended with the humans being victorious. The reward that was given to the loyal hound who served the family his whole life was being put down. There was one reason why I was being executed. The fact that the hound knew too much. I will never live that life again. I want to take my revenge right now, but with a newborn's body I can't do anything. Being moved to the cradle of swords is a good opportunity to become strong. Right now I need to become stronger. Cradle of swords. Children born into the Baskerville family need to go through one trial. The children are thrown into a maze of swords, and after going through that, they need to get to the Styx River to be examined for their talent. The Styx River is a legendary river that turns the bodies of children into iron. However, there is a limit to how many children it can affect. In order to get to the Styx River first Styx, you need to head straight out of the helix-shaped wall of blades. In my past life, I was ousted by my siblings and couldn't receive the effect, but it will be different this time. I will monopolize the Styx River's blessing for as long as I can. The water is seeping deep into my body and bones, through my cuts. To think that having a great start makes such a big difference. I need to endure for as long as I can. No matter how painful it is, I need to endure it. Young master, you need to come out. You're going to die if you stay underwater any longer. Get him out. We need to get him out. Nana. Barrymore, how much time has passed since he got in the river? Around 7 minutes have passed. Baskerville family head butler John Barrymore. 7 minutes, huh? He might die. Patriarch. Son, you may come out now. That is Hugo's voice. You think I'd come up so easily? I need to absorb as much as I can until the end. Ka. I must endure it. Endure. 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 Look at this kid. Being in the Styx River wasn't enough for him. He even drank it? He already has teeth too? What's the name of this child? It's young Master Vikier van Baskerville. It seems a very greedy son has been born. Enjoy this as much as you can, Hugo. Right now, I need to use this time to sharpen my canines silently. And when the time comes for me to rip my master's head off, the Baskerville family will disappear into history. By my Vikier van Baskerville's hands. Hugo Le Baskerville's bastardized son. Vikier van Baskerville. At 8 years of age, he was talented enough to be called a genius, but he was considered ordinary in his family. At 20 years of age, he took on assassination, espionage and conquest type missions. At 29 years of age, he felt that he had reached his limit in swordsmanship compared to those of direct lineage. At 30 years of age, the gate leading to the demonic realm opened, marking the beginning of the demon clan's invasion. At 35 years of age, he endured through the era of destruction, slaughtering monsters left and right. At 39 years of age, the long war finally came to an end with the victory of the human realm. At 40 years of age, he was rewarded for his loyalty. The reward was defamation, false accusation, and the guillotine's blade. This place is a nursery? That means I've successfully absorbed the Styx River. I now have a better starting point in life than before. Fugees, why does Madame want that kind of thing in young Master Vikier's bed? Madame? No one would give me
A bastard, a present.
That's Bloody Mamba. Did she send these rare vipers to assassinate me? There are only a few in Baskerville who would be called Madam. Whoever it was, she was probably trying to reduce competition. These could kill all of the babies. In the nursery though, Chloe expected of the Baskervilles. I'll bring this entire family down with my own 2 hands. The next day, the people of Baskerville were shocked when they found the child sleeping peacefully next to the dead vipers. All the nannies who had been on shift that night were executed after torture, but the reason for the viper's appearance remained unknown. Only the young hound knew the truth. 8 years later, young masters, Marker Nual Wazir. Today, we will learn about the levels of swordsmanship. If you cannot yet imbue the sword with mana, you are considered a sword beginner. The level at which you can infuse the blade with a little bit of mana is called sword expert. When the blade emits mana in liquid-like aura form, that is sword graduator. Lastly, the level at which the aura is solid and the form can freely be changed is called sword master. The strongest of the Baskervilles, Sir Hugo, is at that level. Oh, Hugo was already a sword master at this point in time. I need to regain the power I had prior to my regression before the coming-of-age ceremony. Young Master Vikir's lost in thoughts again. He's earned a strong physique by diving in the Styx River for 7 minutes. You only need to teach him one thing for him to learn 100. He's much more talented than the others. The Patriarch will be very happy to know his progress. How many years do I need to kill Hugo? Vikir van Baskerville, 8 years of age. Hey Garbage Van. I've been hearing some weird rumors about you. Yeah. Apparently, you dived in the Styx River for 7 minutes and strangled 2 vipers to death when you were a baby. I know about these guys all too well. They're the ones who stabbed me when I was running away after the defamation. They're called Hugo Le Baskerville's Trident. Stop lying. Stop. Highborough Le Baskerville, 9 years of age. Middleborough Le Baskerville, 9 years of age. Lowborough Le Baskerville, 9 years of age. I don't like you. Neither do I. They're gonna be a real pain in the ass in just 10 years. It might be a good idea to put them in their place now. I heard that if you stay in the Styx River for long, your body becomes like steel, which means you can't be injured by blades. So you won't die even if I stab you, right? Right. Lowborough. Alright, Highborough. 7 minutes in the Styx River? I'll eat my hat if he endures for 3 minutes. I guess it's true that children are cruel. Let's play along for a bit. There's no way a legend like that is true. A minute later. He's good. 3 minutes later. 10 minutes later. It was true. This is no fun. Let him go. Let him. Huh. Qua. What are you doing? What? Didn't you say you'd eat your hand? I am not scared of you. I am not. I am. I got my finger bitten off. See, calm down, Burrow. Let's go ask the priest to put it back. Let's go. Who let you guys go? You bastard. Did you forget that we're a year older than you? You guys seem to be the ones who forgot that we are Baskerville. Power and talent overcome age. Wag. Let's keep playing until the end. If the rumors were true? Highborough. You bastard. Hayek. Don't be so scared. You'll get better in no time as soon as you're treated. But I won't let you leave this room. You'll have to live with the discomfort of your own bodies at this rate. I'll be generous and let one of you leave right now. Really? Which one of us can leave? You'll have to decide that for yourselves, brothers. I can't wait long, so decide quickly. Shouldn't at least one of you live? The Triton of Baskerville started to split. Patriarch, there was another bloody situation with the Morgue clan in the Ruby Mines. The Morgue clan is stating that the Ruby Mine is their territory. Baskerville clan Major Domo John Barrymore. An opportunity to discuss that matter will come soon. The Morgue clan will seek us out first. Is there anything else to report? Regarding the interim evaluation of the juvenile fortress, Master Vikir has scored the highest on the written exam. Is that so? Baskerville clan Patriarch Hugo Le Baskerville. When is the practical exam for the children at the juvenile fortress? In 5 days' time. The Guardian Knights have vacated the premises in preparation. Then the fortress must be completely vacant. My lord. There is one matter I need to inform you about the juvenile fortress. There has recently been a big fight amongst the young masters. A big fight? How many of them died? There are no casualties. But Master Highborough's teeth have been completely damaged. Master Midleboroug's jaw has been smashed in. And Master Lowborough's left index finger has been amputated. Of course, they've recovered their health since being treated. But the psychological damage done to them seems significant. They wouldn't have fought amongst themselves since they're so close. There was some friction with another young master. The person who wounded the 3 young masters is the 8-year-old young master. Master Vikir. The one with the highest scores on the written exam. You've grown since the last time I've seen you, Vikir. Hello, Patriarch. Patriarch. Yes, I suppose I am. I heard you disabled the 9-year-old triplets in your senior class. If you're referring to those brothers, I believe they've received proper medical treatment since then. I'm not talking about physical disabilities. I'm talking about the disability of the heart. Since that day they've been eating separately, and now they don't even speak to each other anymore. Their combination technique was quite decent, but now their relationship is completely torn apart. Don't you think it was wrong? Wrong. What did I do that was wrong? You've turned your brothers into a total mess. But I'm stronger. How can the stronger person be wrong? Your brothers came in ahead of you and stated they will graciously forgive you. Yet you still don't feel an ounce of guilt? They forgave me? This is the memory from before my regression. The youngest daughter of a family that was ruined by the Baskerville clan came to pay Hugo a visit. She had become a nun after many years, told Hugo, "I forgive you," and offered a mass. And Hugo's response after that mass was, "I believe forgiveness is just an excuse made by the weak who cannot seek revenge due to their lack of strength. Only the strong will reign supreme. Weakness is a sin." You understand the family motto very well. Barrymore. Yes, my lord. Allow him to take whichever snack he wants from the food storage. Just enough that he can carry out on his own. May I have chocolate, then? Thank you, Patriarch. My son. Try to do well on the interim evaluation. Don't lose to the direct descendants. Yes, my lord. This is the infamous chocolate that is enjoyed by the Gurmans of the Morg clan. It's the highest quality we obtained with much difficulty. I don't want anything that's processed. Pardon? I need the cacao beans. Ones that have a rich aroma. The beans? These are the bloody beans known for their rich aroma. With one bean you can produce 100 liters of chocolate. To eat such bitter beans on their own, he must really love chocolate. Master Vikir. I suppose within the restrictions the Patriarch has set for him, he's found a method to have as much chocolate as he wants. What brilliance! Young master, do you want us to process them and send them to your room? No need. I'll take them as is. Does he just have peculiar tastes? Vikir did not want the chocolate to eat it. The bloody beans would be used during the practical exam within 5 days. On this day, a huge catastrophe would occur that's never happened at the Baskerville clan before. In this world, the Baskerville family is referred to as the Berserker family. The children from that family are put through a thorough early education. When they're able to take their first steps for their basic stamina, they need to run up a steep mountain. And except for the allocated times, they aren't allowed to lie down or be on their stomachs. When it's time to sleep, in order to adjust to tough environments, they need to sleep alongside a monster corpse. When that period ends, they are 8 years old, and the young hounds will start their deadly evaluation. This is what caused the Baskerville family to be called the Berserker family, practical evaluation survival exam. And today, in a mountain that's located on the outskirts of the territory, filled with monsters, the young hounds gather at the Le Rouge de Loup Noir mountain. Young masters, the basic contents of the practical evaluation is simple. Baskerville family instructor Shadow Dog Pavlov van Baskerville. You need to survive for a month here. You will need to hunt large and strong monsters. You need to be mindful of these 2 conditions and survive. The points for being successful in surviving is 10 points. If you survive without becoming disabled, it's 30 points. If you fail other young masters and survive, then it's 50 points. If you survive after defeating a monster, then it's 70. If you fulfill all the above conditions, you will receive 90 points. Additionally, if you steal the badge that is given to you all from someone else, additional points will be given. If you die, 0 points. There are no 100 points. I hope that you remember Sir Hugo's lesson, that a swordsman dies the moment they become arrogant. We do not advise you to exit the designated area.
Baskerville, Le Rouge et Le Noir?
As Le Rouge et Le Noir mountain is a restricted area with many undiscovered things. It's recommended that you move within the given space where we have subjugated the monsters. During the exam, Shadow Dog's guardian knights will be hiding and grading you. That's him? The one that was in the Styx River for 7 minutes? There's even a rumor saying that he killed 2 poisonous snakes inside the cradle. I heard he even received full marks on the theory exam. Let's see if he's good at the practical aspect too. The Le Rouge et Le Noir mountain, huh? It's been well since I've been here. Then at the sound of the bell, the exam will start. I pray for your fortune. Young masters, I need to hurry up and occupy an advantageous area. Let's go to the place I saw in last year's exam. There's no way you can survive alone. I'll follow him and take it from him. Go and occupy the place from over there. Don't order me around. I'll do things myself so you guys also do well. Motor, so it has begun. In this exam, it's not encouraged to kill others. It's not prohibited, but it's discouraged. If you kill someone else, you'll be deducted points. So everyone tries their best in order to not kill someone easily. Well, the shadow dogs will do their best in order to keep casualties to a minimum. This area is next to the restricted area. Where is young Master Vikir going? Is he a genius who had distinguished himself since childhood? I'm looking forward to seeing the skills he'll show us. Was it around here? With the ground being this soft, it'll be fine. Since I've decided where I'll be living for the time being, shall I relax and take a break? A break. How long has it been since he's rested while digging a hole? Besides that, he hunts for food or gathers equipment. Is he planning on hiding here? Was the rumor about him being a genius fake? If he's just going to hide, then there's really no heed to observe him. Finally, he's gone. Camping outside reminds me of the old days. Leader. Cacao beans are used to make the fish smell less fishy, and bloody beans, that have a high concentration of cacao, are the best. Of the one interfering is finally gone, and I've finished everything I needed to prepare. Shall we start my hunt now? Few days later, inside the restricted area. From this point onwards, it's the unknown restricted area. But during my scouting days, I was going around this place casually. A burning smell that pierces my nose. Burnt tree roots. I'm sure that guy's habitat is around here. I found it, the burning stool. There's only one monster around here that has that kind of dropping. I thought these were annoying in my scout days, but seeing it like this, I'm actually happy. A hellhound. Hellhound risk rating. B+ size. 3M site of discovery. Second ridge of the Loup Rouge de Loup Noir mountain. A dog from hell. It's a monster that brings horrific disasters to those who encounter it. And once you have been bitten, you cannot survive. The sulfuric flames that come out from its mouth and eyes are extremely gaseous and trigger sparks. Living things that are used as firewood will burn and will not go out until it completely disappears. The lookout monster that swallowed the hellfires of the oil world. The hellhound. I was barely able to defeat one alone at the age of 18 in my past life. Of course, being 8 years old now, it's way more impossible for me to defeat it alone. However, I know of a way where even a child can take on a hellhound. Hellhounds' first weakness is that they can only move in straight lines. They find it difficult to suddenly change directions. Hellhound's second weakness is that, strangely enough, lookout monsters are unable to cross water. Even if it may be a very shallow depth of water, it slows down the hellhound significantly as it moves forward, while exposing the weakness common to all canine monsters, opening their mouth while running. Chocolate is poison to canines. And when it comes to the bloody bean, which can make 100 liters of chocolate with just one of it, it's obvious what it'd do to a canine monster. I guess even the hounds of hell can't win against chocolate. It probably first affects the hellhound's stomach and heart, but its hard ribs protect those. What I have to aim for is the weak spot where the ribs aren't present. The answer is the kidney. When you catch monsters, an energy called XP, or karma, accumulates in the body and makes the body stronger. The short sword has gotten lighter than before. At this rate, I'll be able to catch up to where I was before my regression before I'm of age. I wonder what kind of expression Hugo will make when an 8-year-old child brings back a monster with a risk rating of B+. With this, I've basically already secured the position of first place in the practical test. I've already decided what reward I'm going to ask for. An enormous reward I would have never dreamed of asking for in my past life. I'll take that, the value of which no one in this era really knows, for myself. Then I'll take its head. They must have heard its cries. Do you intend on avenging your kind? How heartwarming. I never planned to only kill one anyway. Come on. I still have a lot of beans left. They're scared of a mere 8-year-old's bloodthirst? Hellhounds would never submit to their prey even if they were to die. Could it be a Cerberus? A Cerberus has a risk rating of A+. It habitats the 7th ridge. Why's it down here on the 1st? Huh. It's bleeding? Now that I'm looking closer at it, It's got multiple arrows stuck in its body and other injuries. Was someone trying to hunt it? Right, across the mountain is a barbarian tribe's territory. If it came all the way here because it was being chased, this is my chance. An injured A+ rank monster. I need to kill it no matter what. Vakir had been hiding his power back at the Baskerville household. This includes the fact that he had reached a high level of expertise as a sword expert, and that he had mastered the Baskerville. Third technique, he had already reached the level that other hounds would attain when they turn into adults. I can do it. An injured Cerberus is doable. Before his regression, Vakir had refined his swordsmanship through war with the demon clans to the point where there was no sign of unnecessary movements to his techniques. Plus, his body had been strengthened by the river Styx. All the weapons Vakir possessed was working well against the injured Cerberus. No, he thought it was working. A moment when he had let his guard down allowed the Cerberus to use its claws. Gunnar. Cerberus risk rating. A+ size. 7M site of discovery. 7th ridge of the Loup Rouge Italou Noir mountain, also called the Watchdog of Hell. Has no interest in those who are entering the underground, but rips those who try to escape into pieces as though they are rags. Resides in a place where all the dead spirits are headed. It is also known as the ultimate lookout monster. Did I lose consciousness? I received the direct attack of the Cerberus. I can feel the pain in my left arm. Has it been ripped out? I know the Cerberus is wounded, but for it to stop at just that. Is it the effect of the river Styx? Hooray for the river Styx. But the damage is still remaining. I won't be able to take a second hit. Difficult voyage. But an experienced hunter must find the best way out of situations like this. The best possible decision right now is to run with my tail tucked between my legs. If it weren't for the injury on its side, I would have been torn apart already. I should thank the barbarian tribe that's over the mountain. If I get past that iron fence, I'll be out of the restricted area. As long as I can get to that place I prepared, it'll be my win. But if I'm caught before then, I'll die. Where is it? It should be around here somewhere. Found it. Just a bit further. Just a bit more. A bit more. Now, Rook, Kook, welcome to the Cradle of Swords, Cerberus. To think I would use the trap I laid out to fight the hellhounds on capturing Cerberus. Cerberus is the same species of canid monsters like the hellhounds. The bloody bean essence I spread on the wooden spears will act as poison for them. Since you're a high-ranking demon, I guess you're not going to die instantly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Phew. Exactly 7 steps. The rumors were true. The wooden spear I tossed just now is different from the others. It's a spear laced with the bloody mamba's venomous fang that won't let you walk more than 7 steps once you've been bit. Good thing I hid it when I was younger. I can feel the energy of the Cerberus seeping in. Finally, all 3 heads are dead. Anyway, how am I going to carry this back? The cause of its death will be quite obvious. So maybe the guardian knight that saw me carve the wooden spears will be my witness? But there's something else I must do. The Cerberus are gatekeepers that protect their territories. It must have been protecting its dungeon somewhere nearby. The dungeon, a mysterious place that harbors treasure. Sometimes powerful monsters use them as their lair. Since the gatekeeper is gone, the dungeon is probably empty. By spreading the feces of the Cerberus, I'm sure I could avoid battling small monsters. Dried soil, rotten leaves, moist roots, footprints, and drool. I will backtrack it. I found it. This is the dungeon the Cerberus was guarding. I recall being here prior to my regression. It will be discovered in another 10 years, but it's going to be completely empty. Right now though it's not. I can sense the mana that's underneath the rotten surface. I'm certain it hasn't been cleared yet. I don't see any light. I guess it's deeper than I thought. I wonder what kind of treasures are waiting inside. There are veins of ruby minerals throughout the area. It must be connected to the Red All Mountain. Light? Is that the entrance to the dungeon? The dungeon's interior is bright. Seems like manas, imbued into the ruby to emit light. Someone was here before me. These injuries are from stabbings. There are dried brown bloodstains. Must have been a while. It doesn't matter what my name is. I'll just call myself Cain. There's no need to purdy this pure white paper with my name. This handwriting is a Baskerville's. Does that mean he's also a Baskerville? I write this so that the future generations do not make the same mistake as I Pip. This stone chamber has been talked about within the family as a legend. My brother, Abel, and I coincidentally came across this place, and we raided this dungeon which consisted countless of trials. We killed many monsters and arrived at this chamber to find the final assignment of this place. That assignment tied our feet here for a very long time. 3 years. 3 years. Did they want the treasure that bad? The final assignment must be in here somewhere. It must be this. When entering it's 1, but once inside it's 2. When leaving it's 1. My brother and I contemplated over this ominous text forever. In the end we came to a conclusion. My twin brother and I were one in our mother's womb, but when we were given birth to, we were separated into 2. In other words, in order to take this dungeon's treasure, we needed to become one once again. That meant that only one of us could leave with the treasure. After a fierce battle, I ended up killing my own brother. After that, there was only one left in the stone chamber. Despite that there was no change, we definitely went from 2 to 1. So why couldn't I take the treasure? I killed my brother. I killed him. After moments of regret, I decided to leave this place. I want to tell those who are brave enough to find this place, to leave immediately, that there's nothing to obtain from this devil's den that only serves to taunt humans. So in conclusion, they came all the way here after countless challenges, but left with nothing. I don't have a twin though. The assignment is the same despite the fact that I don't have a twin. That means Cain and Abel misinterpreted the text. When entering it's 1, but once inside, it's 2. When leaving it's 1. What could that mean? Think. There's no dungeon that cannot be beat. Huh. Ah. I see. Cain and Abel were unlucky. It's because they were 2 that they could not solve the problem. They were hindered by a fixed idea. A dark passageway and a contrastingly bright stone chamber. The answer to the riddle lies in the dungeon. I am 1 when entering through the dark passageway, but as soon as the ruby's light casts a shadow on me, I become 2. And when darkness re-enters, is when the stone chamber's final stage will open. The answer is shadow, the cause of the 2 brothers' deaths. Is this the relic of the devil's den? Only those with Baskerville's blood will be able to take Beelzebub. Beelzebub. That is where it originates from. I recall seeing an illustration of a picture book once during the childhood of my past life. The gluttonous fly Beelzebub, an unprecedented great monster that invaded this continent in the old legends. The devil's holy constellation, also called the 7 calamities. In order to stop the 7 calamities, the 7 families' heads stepped up to take on a devil's holy constellation each. The devil's holy constellation that the first Baskerville patriarch fought was the gluttony Beelzebub. The remnants of Beelzebub was stored in the lands of Baskerville, and Beelzebub's demonic energy was said to have lured monsters. It's an old legend no one believes now. However, that legend was true, and this blade was taken later by the demon clans. This resulted in countless of deaths among humans on the battlefield. But that won't happen in this life, because it's mine now. Cook. A blade made from the corpse of a devil's holy constellation. I lucked out to have received the Beelzebub. I wonder how much stronger I'll be in this life. I'm excited to find out. It doesn't look like there's anything else for me to obtain. I guess I will head back. Huh? What the hell? I'm dizzy. No, I'm hungry. Are you asking for something to eat? Such voracious hunger is wringing the insides of my stomach. Did my sense of smell get heightened because of it? I think I smell something delicious. There's something to eat over there. This is the corpse of the hellhound I killed earlier. Since I'm absorbing the blood through Beelzebub, I can feel my insides reverting back to normal. I guess it's been starving for a long time. I hope Le Rouge de Loup Noir mountains, trees and soil being dried up isn't due to Beelzebub's ludicrous hunger. How much am I going to have to feed it in order to console this bastard's binge-eating disorder? Wick. Beelzebub. Glutton of flies first slot. Hemorrhage hellhound B+, second slot. None third slot. None. Is this Beelzebub's inherent ability? Beelzebub, the glutton of flies. It is said to possess the power to absorb the opponent's skills into its own. Since the absorption amount was nearly infinite, Countless people are said to have lost their abilities and turned obsolete. But due to it being hazardous, I can only steal up to 3 abilities now. The Hellhound's Hemorrhage. A skill that constantly pumps out the blood of the opponent, even through the smallest of wounds. If I can steal abilities. Wait. You can't devour all of it. If it's too damaged, I won't be able to explain it during the autopsy. Enough. Tying. First slot. Burn Injury Cerberus, A+. Second slot. Hemorrhage Hellhound, B+. Third slot. High-Speed Regeneration Norvegicus, Sewer Rat, F. High-Speed Regeneration? I guess it consumed the sewer rat that was crushed underneath the Cerberus. It's a great achievement to have acquired the burn injury skill from the Cerberus. Since thermalgia is one of the worst pains a human could experience, it will be much worse than the Hellhounds. Hemorrhage. Now that we're done preparing the monster to submit for the practical exam, why don't we wait here until it's over? The young hounds whose practical examinations were completed returned to Baskerville. The respective evaluations followed suit, and the young hounds received a shield, sword, or necklace as their reward, produced from parts of the monsters they hunted during the practical exams. And one of the monsters that a young hound had hunted astonished the Baskervilles who were present. Who caught what? Master Vikir van Baskerville from the 8-year-old class accidentally crossed over to the restricted area during the practical exam and hunted the Cerberus of the A+ risk rating. The Cerberus is a high-ranking monster even the family's guardian knights tend to avoid. It was stated that the monster was wounded by the barbarian tribe. On top of that, he applied poison on his wooden spear. What kind of poison is lethal enough to kill the Cerberus? And how is the bastard able to obtain it? Well, there is nothing more that's reported in the hunting journal. I did mean to ask the young master, but he returned to his dorm stating he was quite tired. That little brat is already so sly. Well, information is power and power is your worth. Truthfully, I was shocked. To think a master named Van and not Lou or La would be so talented. I guess you don't know Butler. Pardon? I'm not like the previous patriarchs. When I raise a hound, I don't discriminate based on their bloodline. It doesn't matter whether they come from a line of royals or whores, as long as they have enough talent and spite. That also means that there can be mutts coming from royal bloodlines. Do you understand? Is he concerned about his second son who's preparing for isolation training? Apologies. It's all right, but I will need a mood booster. I'll summon Master Vikir. I heard you caught the Cerberus during your practical exam. How did you do that? I put chocolate on my wooden spear. Chocolate? For cannid monsters, chocolate is a lethal poison. Oh ho. Is that why you asked for chocolate before? Yes. They're getting right into the topic without so much as a greeting. Is this really a conversation between a father and his son? I heard you did not respond properly when the butler questioned you about the hunt. Why is that? It is because he is not my master. Then who is your master? Since I belong to the clan, the master of the clan is my master as well. You've learned well. As a reward, the corpse of the monster you hunted will solely belong to you. Additionally, if you have a wish, I will grant it as you've scored the highest. Yes. Finally, I'll be able to obtain what I want. I would like to gain access to the 10,000 Epistle Library. The 10,000 Epistle Library. It is one of the largest libraries in the Empire. That is located deep within the heart of the Baskerville clan. The 10,000 Epistle Library, huh? Are you aware that only the Patriarch and the second in command, along with their direct descendants, are allowed access to it? If it is not permitted, I will give up. I guess I'll have to sneak in. You may enter. Make sure you read the Baskerville 6th technique, which is located within the 6th restricted zone deep inside the library. The Baskerville 6th technique. The Hugo I know is going to allow a bastardized kid to read the Baskerville 6th technique? There's never been a case that an illegitimate child with the Van middle name was allowed to go past. The 4th technique. No need to be shaken though. It's only the 6th technique. Hugo's current cultivation level is the Baskerville 7th technique. Before my regression, he was able to bear 9 of his fangs. I haven't forgotten about the life of discrimination as an illegitimate child. In this lifetime I will surpass Hugo, because I will obtain the greatest essence of Baskerville, the textbook of swordsmanship containing the teachings of the first patriarch, who was able to subjugate the 7 great disasters. Who's going to give that to me? Hugo Lou Baskerville. You will be the one to hand it over to me. I look forward to it. Good luck. Thank you. I will be sure to surpass your expectations. You won't even realize the true value of the random book you will hand over to me. The 10,000 Epistle Library. It's my first time coming here in person. Severing incisors, grinding molars, piercing canines, snaggletooth that embeds twice, wisdom teeth that lay down, books about swordsmanship. The books on swordsmanship that I desperately wanted to learn in my past life are all here. No matter how much mana an illegitimate child of Baskerville had, they can't learn any swordsmanship that is superior to the fourth technique. In order to ensure that the children who become hounds don't bare their teeth towards their master, the Baskerville family implemented this as a defense mechanism. Is this it? But to think that Hugo would offer me the swordsmanship book on the sixth technique. If it was before I regressed, I never would have dreamt of this. Well, of course Hugo allowed this, thinking that an 8-year-old child wouldn't be able to memorize this in a day. But before my regression, I learned the theory behind the 1-4th technique until I got sick of it. It was to deduce and speculate the theory of the fifth technique. After drawing the fourth tooth, I needed to have stopped the flow of mana. Is that why I couldn't make the fifth tooth? Baskerville swordsmanship. Depending on the stage of the sword, it's 1 tooth for the first technique, 2 teeth for the second, and so on. And when you draw teeth, a special trait, a red sword energy appears. I don't care about the sixth technique. Akakata, since the real reason why I came to the 10,000 Epistle Library is different. A stage I desire that's higher than that. Huh? Young Master Vikir? You came out already? Swordsmanship books and other books are deep within the library. If you've forgotten something, we can get it for you. I finished what I came here for. Already? Why don't you stay here longer and look around? Before I leave, I'm thinking of reading other books, so don't worry about me and do what you need to do. That place is filled with miscellaneous books. If it was me, I would read about the textbooks on swordsmanship that are deep within the library. Does he not know their worth because he's young? I'll leave them to their thoughts, since they don't know that among the dusty miscellaneous books lies a hidden treasure. Huh, I found it. Asterisk, a lurking ambush. A lurking ambush, I'm sure this is the book. The book on the basics of the first technique that the Baskerville children don't read. Due to the ripped pages, it's a useless miscellaneous book. But I know the true worth of this book. Before my regression, in the hound squad that I was affiliated to, I found a strange relic in the dungeon that was on the border of the Loup Rouge Loup Noir mountain. It was a page swordsmanship textbook. From it was a single ripped page. A page with Baskerville's handwriting written on the page. Hugo, who found this remarkable, goes through the whole library trying to find the book that matched the page. That was the swordsmanship book. A lurking ambush. In this book where the Baskerville ancestors wrote in, there is a Baskerville 10th technique written in it. Hugo, who had gone crazy for the 10th technique, released the hounds and found the remaining 6 pages that had the technique written on them. Hugo, who then found out that the remaining pages were hidden in the 7 great families, Baskerville declared war on the other families, and sent hounds to those who had refused. After the sacrifice of so many hounds, all the missing pages were given to Hugo. And the reward for doing all that, good job. It was a stupid life. Because of that, Hugo broke through the 7th technique and achieved the 9th technique. And under him was a wasted pile of hound corpses and blood. That won't happen in this life. The hound that reclaimed all those pages was me. I remember all the contents that were written on those pages. And the reason why I couldn't go beyond the 4th technique was because I had no access to the original book. The first step to the 10th technique is similar to the first technique. When you unsheath your sword, draw the first path, and show aggression, that's when the sword exceeds its natural limit. So, if other people read this book, it really does seem like a miscellaneous book that doesn't make any sense. But the moment you use the missing pages and fill in the blanks, the false and misleading information turns into an amazing masterpiece of a book. I reached the highest level of graduator aura and the highest level of the 4th technique before I regressed. Before I turned 15, I need to reclaim the power I had before I regressed. This is enough. Did I focus for the whole day? Thanks to that, I was able to memorize the book's contents from start to end too. I don't feel the presence of the guardian knights. I can't draw 10 teeth with a young body, but if it's now, won't I be able to achieve the 5th technique that I Wasn't able to reach in my previous life? Baskerville first technique, second technique, third technique, fourth technique. My previous life was pathetic. After my hard work, I was able to obtain the highest level of graduator aura, but I wasn't able to learn a suitable sword technique. So the people of the direct bloodline were hostile towards me. There was just one reason as to why I couldn't go past the stage of the fifth technique. It was because I was born as an illegitimate child. Do you think I'll live that life again? Still weak, but was I able to draw the fifth tooth? It felt like something hot from deep within my heart emerged and shot up to my neck. Vikir was so happy at the fact that he could do the fifth technique to the point he could cry. Is there a sword here? At a record-breaking speed in Baskerville's history, a young hound's canine teeth bared towards his master were growing. The formula of the sword cultivation levels: Mage first circle equals Sword Expert low rank equals Baskerville first technique. Mage second circle equals Sword Expert mid-rank Baskerville second technique. Mage third circle Sword Expert high rank Baskerville third technique. Mage fourth circle equals Graduator low rank equals Baskerville fourth technique. Mage fifth circle equals Graduator mid rank Baskerville fifth technique. Mage sixth circle equals Graduator high rank equals Baskerville sixth technique. Graduator highest rank Mage seventh circle equals Swordmaster equals Baskerville seventh technique. I finally succeeded in drawing the fifth tooth. As long as my mana can support it, I can reach the level I reached before I regressed. My mana capacity has definitely eased as well. Looks like T's reached another level. And this liquid aura, the sign of a graduator. Seems like I've gone from a high-class sword expert to a low-class graduator, a point that took me 30 years to reach. I can't believe I've managed to reach it at 8 years old. Graduators are on a completely different level from sword experts. The solid aura starts to turn into liquid aura. The density also increases and allows it to be used more freely. My swordsmanship is also much better than before I regressed. I won't be stopped at the fifth technique, but a sword technique that can reach the 10th technique, with endless possibilities. The piercing fang that I learned previously, although it was true that I could get stronger in a shorter period of time, it had its limitations. On the other hand, the lurking ambush, it's a perfect sword technique that can smoothly transition between offense and defensive with no growth limitations. If I put my mind to it, I might even be able to challenge a mid-class graduator. I'd have a 100% chance with assassination, and about 50% if I face them head-on. The only issue would be how much should I show to Hugo. I can't show off too much or too little of my strength. I need to give Hugo something to look forward to, so I have enough time to take everything I need. With this, Hugo and the hounds will have a hard time reaching the 10th technique. Of course that excludes me. What's this smell? Young Master Vikir, what are you? Sorry, I accidentally left the magnifying glass around and it burned the book. If you need to report it, I'll be sure to let the butlers know. Phew, it's not something that you need to apologize for. It's our fault for not looking after you properly. I'm just glad that you were in an area with only useless books. Yeah, I don't think it was a worthwhile one. Aren't you guys busy with the Mord clan regarding the ruby mines? I didn't think that you'd have the time to deal with small problems like this. Since we weren't here to begin with, this is a small price to pay. As long as you're willing to keep it a secret, we'll follow your lead. Then let's keep it a secret between us. You must be busy, sorry. Yes, young master. Young Master Vikir, he's such a nice person. Yeah, he even thinks about the workers. He deserves to be respected. So you've had an enlightening? Of some sort. Oh, tell me what you've learned in the library. Something warm and sharp, yet soft and viscous? I felt something like that. Don't tell me your aura? Aura. The sign that you've officially entered the world of the sword. Even geniuses have to train without rest until the age of 15, in order to reach the level of low-class sword expert. What am I getting excited for? He's merely an 8-year-old child. Can you show your father what that is? Of course. Sir, how are you planning on testing the skills of the young master? I was planning on releasing a monster for him to deal with. A monster? Yeah, I made sure to prepare a hungry and feisty one. Orc risk rating C. An orc. Don't you think it's overkill to send an orc to deal with an 8-year-old? He needs to be at least 15 to handle it. Well, I guess the guardian knights will get involved, if needed. Gug? It must be surprised that it's bleeding for the first time. The orc's distinctive skill, high-speed regenerative, won't activate either. C-class monsters won't be able to stop the hemorrhage caused by a B-class Hellhound. -2 ND slot. Hemorrhage Hellhound B+. He's only? How is he that strong? Is it possible to do that without collecting mana? He's still trying to determine. What I've learned inside the library. I'll show you what you want. Is that? Aura blade? Gru. You. That. I'm certain that's the aura of a low-class sword expert. Congratulations, sir. Seems we've just witnessed the birth of a genius. Is that what you think? Among all the families of the Empire, I don't think there will ever be a genius like this. Stop, Butler. It seems that something is wrong with the orc. Pardon? Orcs are known for their regeneration, and as you can see, his blood isn't stopping. He only won because the orc was much weaker. Why can't he just express his happiness? Wait, father. Is there anything stronger than this orc? Orc risk rating. C size, 2M site of discovery. Between the Red and Black Mountain ranges, a species designated as a humanoid, for their human-like physical appearance and intelligence, strong physical abilities and low intelligence, while they live in tribes and reproduce at a high rate. They should not be taken lightly when compared to barbarians. It'd be better to show off my power to a certain degree. If I'm lucky, my progress will be acknowledged, and I'll be separated from Hugo. For example, I could be dispatched to a remote area or admitted to an academy. It looks like the orcs I brought in from afar are not enough to satisfy my son. Hakvikir's right. You should be getting more real-life experiences at that age. Butler, there's a creature we captured during the barbarian raid for experimenting, right? Yes. There's just one left. It must be sensitive now that it's been starving for a while. Or bring it in. Oh, father, may I start? Right away. Sure. Go ahead. TSK. What a shame. That was his chance. Why didn't he attack? Good thinking. Trolls have excellent regenerative power, so only fatal attacks are worth it. That's why a plan is needed in order to hunt a troll. Huff huff. He's barely dodging all of the attacks. Is he trying to tire it out? Is that an 8-year-old's judgment? Is he really a genius? It's too slow. There's no excitement at all. But I have to act. If I use my full strength that I've hidden, I can easily kill the troll, but that'll put me in a tough spot. I need to make it seem plausible, for example by using its power against it. He slayed the troll, but it'll recover in an instant unless the wound is fatal. I guess killing a troll with Baskerville First technique is too hard. It's impressive that he has accomplished this. Much as an 8-year-old. Certainly, the Baskerville First technique is not enough to slice through the troll's thick skin. That troll would die from Beelzebub's hemorrhage skill after a while, but that would be meaningless. That's enough. Any more can be dangerous, so stop before. I'm almost done. I think I'm near an epiphany. I'll give up if I can't kill it with the next attack. Alright. Terror. How much of my power should I expose? I've already decided the answer. What I want to show is a scenario where I've leveled up from an epiphany during the fight. I wonder how Hugo will react to this. In Iron-Blooded Sword Clan Baskerville, a person's life is formulaically set. About 15 years of age is when one can imbue the sword with mana. Normally, hounds attain the Baskerville First technique at that stage. But at this moment, for the first time in all Baskerville clan's history, an 8-year-old has attained the second technique, which is normally achieved at 18 years of age. Ah, I did it. What have we just witnessed? A week later. I can never get used to this miscellaneous meat porridge. Ugh, huh. Everyone's been distancing themselves from me after that incident. Well, I guess that's a given considering that power's everything in this family. It was nice to see Hugo taken aback. Patriarch. Young Master Vikir has already returned to his room. Patriarch. Patriarch. What I've revealed up to now is my Baskerville second technique, and that I'm a mid-rank sword expert. However, the truth is that I'm a low-rank graduator and can weakly perform the Baskerville fifth technique. With the troll skill that I got, I should be stronger than the average graduator slot 3. Super speed regeneration troll, C+. I've definitely been eating a lot more ever since. I got Beelzebub. These bastards again? Was last time not enough? And no, that's not it. We just Wanted to tell you it's cool that you defeated Cerberus and the troll. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? What is this? Two-face technique? Or some kind of deceitful policy? I'm getting goosebumps. I don't feel good. Should I beat them up and then think about it? Young Master Vikir. Be Butler Barrymore? Young Master. You should hurry to the Patriarch room. It's been a while. You haven't changed at all. Morgue Clan Patriarch by proxy Adolf Morgue. I hope this annual event goes smoothly. The joint training has always gone without a hitch. There were 2 seriously injured, one from each family last year. I would consider that a hitch. It was but a scratch. Morgue's children seem to be quite the dramatic ones. Of course, it's because us Morgues are noble and dignified. Renowned Mage Clan, the Morgues. Iron-blooded Sword Clan, the Baskervilles. They were not always on bad terms. Magic and swords are a complementary pair. That's what a past emperor once said. Because of this, the Baskervilles and Morgues began joint training sessions. Only children within the age of 8 and 15 participate, and it was carried out in good atmosphere as an annual event. However, a problem occurred. There was a ruby mine in between the Baskerville territory and Morgue territory, and blood ended up being spilt over this conflict. As a result, the 2 patriarchs came to be on bad terms. But they had to continue with the joint trainings per the Emperor's command. That is why the patriarch's younger brother Adolf came in his stead. Alright. I heard news that a supernova has appeared in the Baskerville family. It's a great blessing to the Empire that a rare genius, only born perhaps once a century, was born to the Baskervilles. It's not that big of a deal. He's reacting to a compliment about his child? How unexpected. We're very fortunate. Us Morgues also have a genius in our hands. Camus, come in. This is my sister Respine's daughter, Camus. Aren't you going to greet the Patriarch? You're the thief that stole our ruby mine, aren't you? Give it back. Thief? See, Camus. What is with this impolite behavior? You said that the annoying chin beard stole the ruby mine. When did I say such? Before you got off the carriage. An hour and 42 minutes ago, I think. Annoying chin beard. Thief? Ahem. There seems to be a misunderstanding. She's just a child. There's no need to explain the Morgue's problems with children education to me. Give my rubies back. I can't even do research because I don't have enough. Enough. It seems like the Morgues don't teach manners at all. What do you plan on doing to a child? Are you perhaps threatening an 8-year-old girl? I guess the Morgues don't teach their children to not envy what is others. Patriarch, I've brought the young master. Is that child the Baskerville supernova? Huh. Hey, what did you just say? Camus? Camus? What's with that stupid face? Morgue Clan's iron-blooded empress Camus Morgue, called the genius of genius even in the Morgue clan which has raised countless great mages. In her peak, she killed all of the monsters and barbarians in the Le Rouge-Loup Noir mountain by herself, and burned them to death on spears, creating the famous border of blood and ashes. Plus, her beauty was captivating, and she was able to manipulate even the imperial family. She was therefore called the fire goddess of authority. But that's in the far future. She's just a child right now. Why's the ruby mine yours? It's mine. You sure came a long way just to throw a tantrum. A tantrum? Yes, a tantrum. Then I'll explain why the ruby mine belongs to the Morgues so that a stupid mutt like you can understand. That sounds fun. Ooh, here. I'll explain simply for you. An ice sculpture. I thought we were gonna fight. You should know that top-grade rubies come from the mine that's situated on the border between Morgue and Baskerville, called the Joint Security Area. Right? The problem is that while the entrance to the mine is on Morgue territory, the mine runs underneath the Baskerville territory. Baskerville territory, Morgue territory, ruby mineral vein, as you can see. It's situated so that the Baskervilles cannot take all of the mine for themselves. That means the ruby mineral vein belongs to the Morgue clan. But you guys are asserting that it's trespassing and interrupting the mining, and rejecting our offer to pay rent for the territory. That's right. Rubies are commonly used for magic ingredients. The Baskerville clan doesn't really need to mine the rubies, right? But territory rent fees? It must be a tragedy for you guys that there isn't an idiot in the Baskerville who would open up the land for you guys just to earn a few pennies. What? You just said that the Baskervilles don't need rubies. That's right. We're only interested in our land. That's why I'm saying don't come in. You guys are the only ones who'd lose something in this situation anyway. Alright, I'll make you understand who has possession over the ruby mineral vein. This side is your land and this mine. Here then, whose arm is this? You're asking whose arm it is that's in my land? Mine, of course. What are you talking about? Why would I be yours? Stupid. Who said you're mine? Huh, I'm saying your arm's mine. What? Hiccup. Kaya. Help me, uncle. Fool. Get away from my niece right now. Ah, uncle. He tried to cut my arm. Marky, what the hell is the matter? Son, I think you've gone too far with that joke. I'm sorry. It's a common joke pulled within the family. A toy. What kind of toys are you giving to these children? I had no intention of making her cry. Allow me to apologize, sir. Within the Baskerville family, we often play with toys like these from a young age. You think this is a joke? Don't you think you're getting overly involved in child's play, Deputy Patriarch Morg? Kook. I had some ideas on what to do regarding the ruby mines. I'm sure that you would love to hear it too. That's why we should complete the friendly duels first. I won't forget this. You'd better watch out. The friendly duels between the Baskervilles and Morgs had begun, an occasion where children ages 8 to 15 gather and battle it out. While those around the age of 8 challenge each other in theory or mana sensitivity, children around the age of 15 grab the most attention with their live battles. However, everyone's attention was headed somewhere else for this year's friendly duels. Renowned Mage Clan Morg Clan Camus Morg, Iron-Blooded Sword Clan Baskerville Clan Vakir Van Baskerville. As requested by the Morgs, we were to use practical training rules and showcase a duel between the two geniuses of the respective clans. Get ready. Once I get ready, I won't hold back. Is that quadra casting? To think that she's only able to cast a spell that's difficult for a 15-year-old, but to cast 4 of them simultaneously. That's what you'd expect from the genius mage of Morg. Ha, your spells are pretty flashy, but don't you think it would be better if you focused on one? Why do you care? You're an idiot who doesn't understand magic. Sandwall. An idiot, huh? That's so harsh. He broke through the sand wall so easily. Is this the power of the Baskerville Bast in the river Styx? I let my guard down. Tyro Cook. A flick. Why'd you flick me? Don't tell me you are going easy on your opponent. I won't let you get away with this. And your forehead might hurt. Don't you think we should end things here before things get out of hand? Kook. Sandwall. X2. Now there's 2 layers. You can't get through this. What's the point if I just go around it? Well, I guess I'll play along. Hike. Now here's a question. I wonder whose arm just crossed wall? This Dancer is the stronger individual. Brrr. I'll kill you. Ag. I thought she'd give up if I hurt her like that. Looks like dealing with children is much harder. Although I could crush her neck in 0.1 seconds if put my mind to it, but that'll cause an entire issue. I wonder what I should do to calm her down. Might be better to let others deal with this problem. With magic like that, I'll slice all of it. The idiot mage that keeps casting flame magic, and the idiot swordsman that slices magic. They might be useful. Why aren't you getting hit? You bastard. Don't run away and face me. Let's see if you can slice this. Come at me. Now. Camus Morg. You better have a defensive spell ready. No. Oh no. Lady Camus. No. Lady Camus is. See Camus. Is this uncle's voice? What should I do? I managed to avoid getting hurt with the defensive spell, but the flame spell burned all of my clothes. Although they can't see anything yet because of the smoke, if people were to see me after the smoke clears up, I'll be a laughing stock to everyone. Please someone help me. Why you? Put this on for now. Why are you protecting your enemy? Should I take back the jacket? That's not what I mean, but you'll be exposed. I could care less about something like that. This idiot. Why is he taking care of me? Hey, your arm. Your arm is bleeding. A scratch on the body strengthened by the river Styx. The idiot swordsman's sword must have had some remaining ore on it. Bitchy's fine. Thank God. The Lady of Morg is on the floor. But the one bleeding is the young Baskerville. It's hard to determine who won the battle, but wow, look at how fit he is. Must be thanks to the river Styx. Just looking at his muscles you can tell how much he's been training his body. Impressive talent. For an 8-year-old. So, how was the battle with the lady of the Morgue clan? It was interesting. I've learned the purpose of this event once again. A battle with a mage is different from a battle between swordsmen. So why did you not go for a clear blow? I was just confused about how to deal with a lady. Letting your guard down in battle will lead to injury. Take that injury as a lesson. Hugo is worried for me. During my youth I don't remember much about what Hugo was like. He was always so cold, so strict and so brutal. Rumors of why his personality got so bad was because he lost his first wife and eldest daughter. Well, that's not my problem though. What do you think we should do with the ruby mines? I believe we should give it away. Give away control over the ruby mines? What's your reasoning? The main task of the Baskerville clan is to grow our territories. The Red All Mountain that the ruby mines are located is downstream from the Loup Rouge to Loup Noir Mountain. The monsters and barbarians living there will become a problem. If we can utilize the Morgue clan well, we may be able to minimize the losses incurred during the expansion into that region. Correct. Once the Morgue clan receives control over the ruby mines, they will assign a great number of people there. All we need to do is push the monsters and barbarians into that region. We would then be able to take care of all the problems at once. The rubies will be bathed in the blood of our enemies. AzurisCans.com. If that happens, the Morgue clan will have to think twice before they enter our territory. Your idea is about 90% in line with what I had in mind. Of course it would be. That's because it was your idea that you originally came up with. The one in charge of pushing the monsters and barbarians to the morgues was me. Even so, I believe we should keep an eye out on the morgue's movements. There's no need for that. I've been increasing the number of hounds scouting the area. You're here, Patriarch. May we converse? Before I return, you have something to talk about, Deputy Patriarch? I have one last thing that I need to mention. We've been thinking about how we should peacefully resolve the issues regarding the ruby mines. Fees for its usage is just one of the many suggestions. Then, what is it? The payment for opening up my territory? How about an engagement? Engagement? Yes, an engagement between the Morgue and Baskerville children. Which child do you have in mind? How about the eldest son of the Baskervilles and the eldest daughter of the Morgues, my niece? My niece is an incredible child. She has looks and knowledge. She lacks nothing. I'm sure she would be a great fit for the child known as the small son of the Baskerville clan. My eldest is 25 this year. I'm sure you're aware of the age gap? 8 and 25. It's only a 17-year difference. That's not too big of an issue. I will not marry anyone weaker than my mother. See Camus, if you have to marry someone stronger than your mother, you'll have to live your entire life alone. That's my condition, and I'd hate to have a large age gap. I want someone my age or younger. Child, this isn't a buffet of your choosing. I know, and I have no intention of playing around either. Don't tell me. No, you better not. He's a child with the Van surname, not one of Le descent. No matter what happens, he will merely be a small fish in a big pond. This is oddly pissing me off. Well, the most important thing in engagements is what the people involved have in mind. Son, what are your thoughts? Accept. What? This bastard. He'll do as he's told. What kind of attitude does he have towards the only daughter of the Morgue clan? What? Does that mean he's not opposed to the idea? Is he shyer than he portrays himself to be? Names and titles have no meaning in the Baskerville household. Lackluster people come from those of Le descent, and great people come from those of Van descent. Are you certain about that? About this child? Adolphe Morgue, Sixth Circle Master. One of the strongest within the renowned mage clan, and a great supporter Ophi's niece. Child, I don't think it's quite wise to tell you this, but we can't have just anyone become the husband of our Camus. Engagement is merely a suggestion between clans. Seems like he's not satisfied with even the genius of Baskerville. Why is this child's body so sturdy? Why aren't you answering? Are you listening to me? I haven't been listening to you ever since you said that it wasn't quite wise to tell me that. To say something like that in front of Uncle. Patriarch, may I have a chance to engage in a deeper conversation with the child? Don't tell me, is the mage of the empire going to scold an 8-year-old child? Haha. He's the child that may become my niece's husband. This isn't a request as the deputy patriarch of the Morgue clan, but a request as an uncle. Uncle, you don't have to do this. You better stay still. This was bound to happen to someone else eventually. Would you please give me the opportunity to do so, Patriarch? SSSSSSS. Well, if you're that adamant, child of Baskerville, I'll be testing your ability. Show me everything you're capable of. Yes, I understand. If I show you everything, you might pass out. I'll give you a handicap. He's making a pot? That's my uncle. He's simultaneously using fire, earth and water magic perfectly. I'll duel you with this pot of water on my head. If you manage to force a single drop to fall, it's your victory. Adolphe Morgue would have been a difficult opponent even before I regressed. This is a great chance to experience the power of Adolphe and what he's capable of. This is also the reason why Hugo accepted his request. Before I regressed, I wonder what my win rate would be against him? Alright, come at me then. An assassination would have a 50% chance, and a 10% win rate when faced head-on. There's no need to go all out. I just need to do enough to satisfy Hugo's expectations. Let's see what he's really capable of. You can't run straight towards Uncle. My niece, why did you tell him that? Shield magic is best when used against swordsmen. It'll be difficult to pierce through with most aura swords. TSK. Now why don't I go on the offense? Uncle. That's unfair. You never use magic like this when I duel you. Honey, whose side are you on right now? You bastard. I won't forgive you. He's attacking at a speed that makes it difficult but not impossible to dodge. Looks like there's no need to stop them. Show the old man what a young hound is capable of, so this is what he's capable of. The fact that I'm 8 after regression, and the fact that I have retained my knowledge from before. If I can use these two well, I may be able to cause him to let his guard down. I might even be able to kill him. It'll be the same no matter what you do. Your sword will never pierce through my shield. Is he attacking the same spot without any error? His machine-like movements. I'll have to admit that his focus and swordsmanship is impressive. However, this is like banging your head against the wall. You should have considered the durability of your sword and my shield. It's good to focus on a single goal, but that's dependent on who your opponent is. You have talent, but you're too weak to support my niece. A piece of the sword pierced the pot. Seems like it's full. I was talking about the pot, of course. Although it coincidence was a he won against Uncle. Does that mean marriage? Coincidence? Having the broken shard coincidentally pierce the pot? Vicaire van Baskerville. Seems like I might be raising a much stronger hound than I initially anticipated. 7 years later. Baskerville Training. Grounds. Baskerville Clan. Shadowhound Staffordshire Baskerville. When an opponent that is stronger than you charges at you, it is common sense to back away. Do not aim for the vital point from the get-go. Aim for the hind leg to slow it down, which is more effective. As expected of the triplets. Their aura is dark crimson, which is very suitable for the Baskervilles. Good work, everyone. With this, all of you are now considered low-rank sword experts, masters of the first Baskerville technique. As of right now, we will conclude with the 7-year training. Unlike the oxbear that was caged, the wild oxbear on La Rouge Le Noir Mountain will be quite different. Even I cannot handle the older tenacious ones. Know that the monster you face today is incomparable to the one you will be facing in real life. Death occurs much more easily than you think. Either use your bloodline to overcome it, or build your experience to survive somehow. That is all. Congratulations on your graduation. Good luck in your future. Hey, which Night Order did you apply to? My first choice was Doberman, second Pitbull, and third Rottweiler. Oh, none of them overlap with mine. I prefer the Wolfhound Order. There are 7 Night Orders within the Baskerville clan. Each order is established and managed for various objectives such as watching, searching, guarding, assassinating, suppressing, all-out warfare, etc. But hey, where do you think that bastard will go? Who? Obviously, Vicaire van Baskerville. I heard he defeated a much larger oxbear than ours on his own. I heard that he's already a high-rank sword expert. He can already bear 3 fangs. He's already at the 3rd Baskerville technique. That means he's at the Shadowhound's level. Took longer than I thought. My current hidden level is graduate intermediate rank at the 5th Baskerville technique. Compared to how I was 7 years ago, I merely leveled up once from graduate low rank. However, if you only consider swordsmanship, I've surpassed myself prior to the regression. Still, my growth is much slower than I expected. Master Vikir. Butler Barrymore. The Patriarch is looking for you, young master. I believe your assignment has been decided. All right. Long time no see. How have you been, Patriarch? What happened to your nose? While I was subjugating the barbarians on Le Rouge et Le Noir mountain, one of the archers got the better of me. Did you capture them? No, I did not. But I managed to give her the same scar on her face. Anyway, congratulations on graduating. Thank you. It's only going to get harder. Is he going to talk about the assignment now? Prior to my regression, I became a junior knight of the Pitbull Order. I was dispatched to Le Rouge de Le Noir mountain, facing death non-stop for 21 months. Like an expendable mutt, I was immediately dispatched in battle. The Baskerville children are categorized as either elite or expendable when they reach the age of 15. While the expendables die in battle, the elite are educated about politics and administration. Through numerous counters with death, the experienced expendables become guards to the elite, and the elite mature over time through practicing politics and administration. The 5th Baskerville technique exists to let the elite catch up to the expendables' long hours and experiences with real-life battles, which is why my swordsmanship wasn't able to surpass the 4th technique prior to my regression. There was no way Hugo would let me, an illegitimate child, take a course for the elite. My son, why don't you try the lower house of parliament? By the lower house of parliament, you mean? The lower house of parliament assists the Baskerville clan's regional administration, legislature, and law enforcement, as well as inviting businesses and looking after the region as necessary. Simply put, they manage both small and large matters of the clan. Hugo has selected me, an illegitimate child, to take the elite course? Your achievements are greater than any child who's referred to as a genius by 10 years. So I will treat you as such. The position you will be taking is the deputy consul of the underdog city. Currently, both the consul and deputy consul positions are vacant. Would you like to try it? I will accept your will. I do have something to mention, however. What is it? I want to inform you about the incident regarding the Morgue clan and the ruby mines. You mean how you screwed over Adolphe Morgue? I did promise you a reward. Are you requesting your reward now? That's correct. May I borrow it once? If this is too much of a request, you do not have to grant it. Not at all. I trust you will not do anything foolish. My son, I won't make you worry. I can't get used to being called a son no matter how many times I hear it. Hugo is granting my wish. This would have been unthinkable prior to my regression. Young master. The Patriarch treasures you immensely. I can tell since he's assigning you to the duty of a consul prior to dispatching you into battle immediately. Wouldn't you call this the disciplines of kingship? He will put you to great use when the time comes. That's only if I successfully manage my responsibilities as deputy consul. It's a good thing. Using my authority as the deputy consul, I could hone my skills much more safely. I'm not interested in current events. It's not like the memories from my previous life are gone anyway. I still recall the sensation when my head rolled off of the guillotine. We'll let you experience the same sensation, Hugo Le Baskerville. Baskerville territory underdog. You guys make sure to have this place squeaky clean by tomorrow. The new deputy consul will be here. He's from the Baskerville family, so take special care. Yes, sir. I wonder what kind of person the new deputy consul is. I hope he's experienced in business. What? Didn't you hear? Apparently he's just 15. What? 15? What do you expect from a 15-year-old? We're screwed this time too then. Huh, whose kid is this? Did some employee bring him? Hey, this isn't a place you can just enter freely. Remove your hand this instant. This is. Why, you're early, deputy consul. Why did he have to come a day early? Hey you, prepare the women and drinks right now. I'm gonna have a party. A party? Ha ha ho ho. Chihuahua Baskerville, he's the general secretary of the city of Underdog. And he is very upset right now. Drinking on the first day of the job. A ridiculous guy's been assigned to the job. I'm already having a hard time because his predecessors were all dismissed because they accepted bribes, but he's holding a party at the workplace. What kind of troublemaker is this young kid? Okay, whatever. Maybe you'll get it together once the city's in route. Are you the General Secretary? The Deputy Consul. When did he come in? I'm Vikir van Baskerville. I'm Chihuahua Baskerville. Chihuahua Baskerville. You don't have a middle name. Not again. A lack of a middle name signifies that I'm from outside the family. It means I'm employed and not a blood member of the family. I've had to deal with all the deputy consuls discriminating against me because of this. Nice. Huh. What? I scanned through your personal information on the way here. You're from Underdog, right? Huh. I'm born and raised here. Then you must know the ins and outs of this place. I know how hard people like you have to work. Palong, I don't intend to interfere with how you get your work done. So I trust you'll continue to do a good job. Huh. Okay. Is this a new form of harassment? Why's he here when he asked for the party? The personal law system itself doesn't have a problem, but there are a lot of strange things when it comes to the judicial system. Why you read through all of that? Already, the problem with Underdog is that many illegal business owners were successful, and as a result, the underground holds the power above law. Just stopping the illegal businesses won't resolve the problem. The heads of the underground businesses need to be removed. The job of a deputy consul is to make laws and execute them. I respect all the laws that are already in place. However, I will add a new law. A new one? I'll make sure the underground economy is in shambles in a week. But I need a cause in order to make and execute this law. Why do you need a cause for getting rid of illegal businesses? I'm still young, and I'm a newly appointed deputy consul. I need a performance in order to make it more convincing. To put it differently, I will lay out poop for the flies. Just what is he planning? The next day, Underdog's downtown, Dortsmile Street. What's the deputy consul planning to do? He's been standing there since the crack of dawn. There are a lot of people here though. Whoa, listen up. I'm the newly appointed deputy consul. But he's so young. He's cute. What's a kid like that gonna do? When I believe you have all seen this notice. These are laws that have been in place for a while. Even if the deputy consul has changed, the Baskerville family's laws are still strict as before. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution Section Clause under law on the banning of illegal human trafficking. Penalty. Death. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution Section Clause. Law on the banning of illegal gambling. Penalty. Wrist amputation. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution Section Clause. Law on the banning of illegal private loans. Penalty. Removal of eyes. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution Section Clause. Law on the banning of illegal brothels. Penalty. Tattoo on the face. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution Section Clause Law on the banning of illegal lobbying. Penalty. Exile. Baskerville Family Mulonomy Constitution Section Clause. Law on the banning of illegal tax evasion. Penalty. Removal of kneecaps. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution Section Clause. Law on the banning of illegal entry. Penalty. Water burial. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution Section Clause. Law on the banning of illegal drugs. Penalty. Removal of tongue. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution Section Clause. Law on the banning of illegal embezzlement of military supplies, and will continue to be upheld, as if the higher-ups don't do anything. He's probably going to be lobbied pretty soon too anyway. How dare you? Who do you think you're talking about? He's from the Baskerville Maine family. Will you mind your manners once your throats are cut out with blades? Let's stop. I wish Chihuahua would have been the new deputy consul. How would a kid this young carry out laws? Huh. And I will announce a special with the authority of deputy consul. Vikir Special Law Section 1 Clause 1. I will award 100 million gold to whoever succeeds in removing this stake. 100 million. Vikir Special Law, Paragraph 1, Article 1. The person who pulls out the appointed stake, henceforth referred to as the stake, will be paid 100 million gold immediately by Deputy Consul Vikir van Baskerville as stipulated. He's going to give us 100 million? That's 4 times the average salary. You just have to pull out a stake to get 100 million? Is there no one? Nobody wants to get 100 million? I guess it can't be helped. Vikir Special Law, Paragraph 1, Article 2. The person who pulls out this stake will be paid 1 billion gold immediately by Deputy Consul Vikir van Baskerville. The person who pulls out this stake will be rewarded 1 billion gold. How about now? Nana, this is ridiculous, you know? Are you making fun of us? What fool would attempt it? That's Oling, right? Stop fooling around and just go to sleep. It's not like 1 billion gold is chump change. Why are we embarrassed instead? So there's no one? In that case, Vikir Special Law, Paragraph 1, Article 2. The person who pulls out this stake will be paid 10 billion gold immediately by Deputy Consul Vikir van Baskerville. The person who pulls out this stake will be rewarded 10 billion gold. Is there still no one? What the hell is going on? Is this not a joke? Say, should I try it? Are you stupid? What kind of repercussions are you going to suffer? Look at the sword on his waist. What if you're executed immediately because he thinks you're greedy? Maybe that stake is just really heavy. Don't you think it's actually falling over a bit? I'm sure there's a trick. It's best not to involve yourself in such situations. There's seriously still no one? Then, Deputy Consul, we don't have that much money in our city. And may I try it? Hey, aren't you the flower girl, Judy? How dare you butt in? My mother is sick, so I have to try something. You naive little brat. You could be killed. Nanny, if something happens, please take good care of my mother. He wouldn't kill me, right? I'm volunteering to make myself a fool. Won't they pay me a few coins at least? I just hope that I can be paid for. A basket full of flowers. Pull it out. It's done. It's been pulled out. She pulled it. She really did it. Huh? I pulled it out so easily. Could it be? Hike. Will I be executed now? What's the reason for execution? Contempt against a noble? Disgrace? Greed? Who's going to look after my mother after I die? Mother. I'm sorry. Here. For now, here is 100 million gold. Where is your home? Since 10 billion gold will be heavy, we'll have it shipped to your home. We will also provide you with a guard to protect your reward. This is the law. It must always be obeyed. This performance proved to be an opportunity that allowed the Vikir Special Law to become even more famous than the self-governance law of the Baskerville clan. When you obey the law, you are rewarded, and when you disobey, you are punished. This simple logic touched the hearts of the citizens. The new deputy consul is vastly different. I heard Vikir, the deputy consul, keeps his word no matter what. A society where principles are upheld. Since the Vikir Special Law was declared, unlawfulness noticeably decreased, and crime rates were halved. The politician moves the log to gain the trust of the citizens. A vow to be honest and always keep promises. Phew. Is that the Eastern language? You've got quite the handwriting, Chihuahua. To think you'd showcase such a daring performance. I've never been so touched in the past 20 years I've been worked here. You cannot just rule citizens with wrath when they belittle the law and do not trust it. I thought hard about how I could get the attention of the citizens and leave a lasting impression, and that was the result. Hup. I, Chihuahua, will follow you for the rest of my days. I can now rest easy knowing my efforts were not in vain since I met you, Deputy Consul. Calm down. This is actually the performance that would have been displayed by Camus Morgue many years from today. When Camus became the matriarch, the crime rate was close to 1%. Of course, because of the fear she instilled, she was never liked by the citizens. The problems are only just beginning. Since we use 100 billion gold as a reward, we'll have to find a way to get it back, right? These are the locations where there are potential illegal groups, or where they may hide out in the future. We will maintain these locations and confiscate their dirty money. How did you know that's where the criminal businesses are? I can smell them. They're the regions I surveyed to no end prior to my regression, so of course I know it like the back of my hand. How much did he investigate already? He's so flawless. Deputy Consul, sir, the Village Hall's Youth Autonomy Association has requested a meeting. I guess it was time. The arrogant bastards from the regional society want to see me, huh? The Village Hall's Youth Autonomy Association consists of the Mont Blanc clan, Pyre clan, Luovi clan, Channel clan, Faragama clan, Hermes clan, and the Pradar clan. It's an organization that was founded by the second and third generations of the 7 native families of Baskerville. It's only called the Youth Autonomy Association, but realistically it's just a promiscuous social club. I guess the young masters over there have something to say about the Vikir special law. So the dung flies have started to smell the shit? Then shall we start annihilating the pests that are eating away at the city? A club located within a high-end hotel in Underdog City. Burning suspension. In a room located deep within the club, there was a party at a VIP lounge that cost 10 million gold for a 6-hour rental service. The participating members are the 7 crucial members of the Youth Autonomy Association. Alright, stack them. Bring everything. Let's make another tower today. The second and third generation children of the 7 families located within the Baskerville territory. 1 million gold per bottle. The pyramid of Don Quixote Perignon 666 is now complete. Hey, drink everything that's spilled on the table. Thank you, sir. Thanks to you we get to enjoy this precious drink. We'll serve you until the day we die. No matter how much I spend, the money keeps replenishing itself. We can do this all thanks to the Baskervilles. Although slaves the demand for continues to grow, it's easy to kidnap barbarians to sell. Isn't this all thanks to the Baskervilles, who only care about territorial expansion? It's great since we don't have to worry about the imperial family. This club is better than the clubs in the capital. On top of that, those Baskervilles are protecting us. How much safer can we get? At this point, aren't the Baskervilles our personal hunting dogs? Seriously, they're idiots who know nothing beyond their own swords. It's clear after the incident with Messima Dunaro, they don't even know we pushed the blame on them. And now one of the most loyal families, the Messima Dunaro clan, was devastated when the Baskervilles decided to massacre them personally. Thanks to that, there are only 7 clans now. That's what happens when they try to mess with us. Oh, did you guys hear about the new deputy consul? I've made arrangements to learn more. Seems like they're a newbie of Van descent. His name is Vikir. Have you heard of him before? No, first time. Looks like he was already causing a scene when he first arrived at the age of 15. A great fool at that. He might do well with us though. Why don't we have some fun and teach him a lesson? We'll bring him here and throw a huge party with the best drinks and women. Then, once the party's over, we'll force him to pay for it. That sounds like fun. The 15-year-old government worker won't have any money. Do you think he'll be able to report us for that? We'll say it was a joke and pay for the event. After that, he won't bother us ever again. Sir, the ladies are here. Hey, you came here again? After what happened last time? Send her out. She drains me out. Hey, come sit here this time. Who's he? Did someone call a male escort? Huh. Oh, isn't he someone you know? I don't think so. He entered with such confidence that nobody questioned him. Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? Huh. What? Vikir. I'm Vikir van Baskerville. Deputy consul. What are you doing here? You called me here. Ahahaha. Our deputy consul. Amazing. To think you would come here. Should we enact our plans? Sure. Let's see how he deals with having to pay for everything. We'll keep him here for now and force him to pay once the party is over. Why don't we stop the pointless chatter? Huh. Did he use mana manipulation to force the champagne tower to explode? Just by touching the table? If that's the case. A graduator. What the? I thought he was a 15-year-old kid. You're a middle-class expert. Do something. Shut up. I'll lose in an instant if I try to fight him. Hey you. HCK. We were going to pay for the drinks? Of course you should be paying for your own drinks. Were you planning on forcing me to pay for it after you were done? I made a mistake. Who would dare do such a thing? Why would we do that to someone from the Baskerville clan? We just wanted to test you, Deputy Consul. I'm sure you're aware that Underdog City has been corrupt. We wanted to ensure that you wouldn't be enticed by what the city has to offer. Seems like you have what it takes to lead us. We will be sure to follow. An owner can test their dog, but that's not the case the other way around. A dog should never trust their owner, no matter the situation. Haha, are you unmoved since you have money and power? That's only because you've never seen something truly frightening before. Kook, do you know why I did this to him? If you don't, then it looks like you'll have to meet the same fate. Oh, of course. We're well aware of why you did this. Is that so? If you know, then I'm sure you'll understand what I'll do next. You bastard. Do you think you'll be able to get away with this? See, I knew you didn't know. Abduction, kidnapping, illegal slave trafficking, insulting Baskerville. Seems like you've committed a lot of crimes. Animals don't learn until you teach them. Kook. Now then, let's see what I can do to teach a disobedient creature a lesson. You son of a bitch. You think you'll survive after pulling this shit? I'm going to tell my father everything. Let's see what happens once I get out of here. I'm going to kill you. I won't ever forgive you. Release me immediately. Oh my. Why have you beaten him up so much? Do you think I overdid it? Of course. You can't just beat him to a complete pulp. You can't turn a person into a meat bag. Don't worry. I haven't even started yet. Pardon? The village hall is supposed to manage the wicked civil servants and educate the regional society. Though thatch, but they've mutated into a hideous organization that even overlooks the authority of the Baskerville clan. I can tell from their arrogant expressions. Can't you tell that they still lack proper education? Once the sun sets, I will execute them all. While I'm at it, I will bury all those who are associated with them. Are you serious? Of course. We're sorry. Please. Forgive us just this once. We'll give you everything we have. Just let us live. But will their families just idly sit by? They are cowardly yet daring. They will not sponsor anything that you do going forward, Deputy Consul, and they will avenge themselves using whatever methods are possible. There's no need to worry. Their families won't be able to complain, since these bastards are tied to the criminal organizations of Underdog City. But what's important is the evidence, right? I have my ways, so don't worry. If I can't find evidence, I'll make my own. I have no interest in the events that will take place after this. The world will soon experience a sudden change, and I'll most likely be dispatched into battle very soon. Even if that's not the case, I'll have to leave this place once I enroll at the academy. Here are your charges: human trafficking, kidnapping, bribery, blackmail, threatening, assault through a third party, and murder. We've never done anything like that. If there's evidence, we'll gladly be punished for it. You'll accept punishment if there's evidence? You say that as if you've done the crime, but there's no proof. It's like he's saying, I'll never cause damage to the family, even if I were to die here. Deputy Consul, sir, you're here? Your custom order is ready, sir. Great timing. Good job. Hey, this is the first time I'm seeing some of these tools, even though I've been torturing people for 30 years. How did you think of such scary tools? I didn't invent them myself. They're common where I come from. Did you come from hell? Something like that. Would you like to learn? I will politely decline. I might vomit everything I've eaten when I see you work with those tools. I miss it. During the torture from Era of Destruction, even the Demon Clan's prisoners of war spat out everything. By torturing the Demon Clan, the methods evolved significantly. Now then, Hayek, where's that expression of yours that said you won't admit to anything no matter what? Please don't say anything. I want to cherish the memories of my past for once. The rumors quickly spread. The 7 wicked gangs who lived in luxury were arrested at once. As long as there was a gathering of more than 3 citizens of Underdog City, that rumor continued to circulate. Phew. Aren't they the bastards who treated civilians like pests? I doubt the new deputy consul would release them anytime soon. They're the second generation of the native families. I'm sure he'll just embarrass them and then release them. Looking at the charges, I think they're going to be executed. Would he really execute the children of the native families? You fool. Don't you know the personality of the new deputy consul? He burned 100 billion gold with one stake. But he's going to get himself into quite a pickle if he executes those 7 losers. I doubt they're going to kill them. All the citizens said it. That this was merely a political power play between the new politician and the native authorities. And that as soon as they bend their wills, this situation will be over. As predicted by the citizens, the Mont Blanc clan, Pyre clan, Luovi clan, Channel clan, Ferragamo clan, Hermes clan, and the Pradar clan delivered an apology to the new deputy consul. The local powerhouses had bent their will. With this, the imprisoned 7 losers would be released unscathed, and the deputy consul would face a grave scolding from the patriarch. That's what everyone expected, until the 7 heads were hung in the middle of the center square, that is, the 7 heads that were preserved with salt displayed expressions of agony, as if they'd experienced excruciating pain until their last breaths. The public notice hung above the heads explained the punishments they received prior to their executions in detail. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution section on the banning of illegal brothels. Penalty: tattoo on the face, executed according to the governing law above. The symbol for sex is tattooed all over the face of the criminal. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution section clause law on the banning of illegal gambling. Penalty: wrist amputation, executed according to the governing law above. Both wrists are amputated, taking into account the number of times the law was disobeyed. Henceforth, the criminal's wrists were amputated 72 times at regular lengths. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution section clause law on the banning of illegal private loans. Penalty: removal of eyes. Considering the pleas of those who have been affected by these criminals, we proceed without the penalty. Baskerville Family Autonomy Constitution section clause law on the banning of illegal lobbying. Penalty: exile. Since the criminals are already dead, their bodies, excluding their heads, are thrown outside of the castle walls. Since the laws were already in place, there's no reason to be surprised. But this will be the first time the sentences are served by the infamous native families of the region, which will bring forth change. After hearing our war cry, they will start to use their heads. Once the destruction of either parties begin, Underdog City will go through a bloodbath. You better brace yourself, Secretary Chihuahua, since you'll join me in the next strategy. Huh? Me? Deputy Consul, sir, is this really the right strategy? Do you not trust me, Secretary Chihuahua? That's not it at all. But, is this the right plan? The Deputy Consul is being sold as a slave for this strategy.